Hey everyone, it's Micah Fragrance back at it again with another video. In this video, I'm finally getting to my top 10 summer fragrances in 2024. I'm sorry that it took me a while to actually get this video out. It's finally just now getting warmer where I'm at. I have 12 fragrances altogether. 2 of them are honorable mentions. They're not number 11, number 12. I'll explain to you guys in a minute if it is a little confusing, but this is a ranked video. I know I don't do a lot of ranked videos, but figured I should do one for this. So there is a number 1 spot and a number 10 spot. Real quick, I just want to say Selective Scents, they have actually one fragrance that you can sample that I have in this video, and it is in the number 1 spot. So if you guys think the number 1 fragrance is super good, you can definitely get a sample of it. They also have Parfums de Marly Greenly, and they also have Light Blue 010. So a bunch of great summertime fragrances. If you guys are intrigued, definitely look at their website. I will have it linked either in my bio or in the description of this video. So please check that out if you guys are interested. So, as I said, I have 2 honorable mentions, and they're not, number 11, number 12. What do I mean by that? So, the 2 honorable mentions are YSL Le Parfum, YSL Y Le Parfum. This is that signature YSL Y Apple Sweetness, a little more toned down, a little more refined, and this is a great summertime fragrance, but it's, really versatile fragrance. I don't think it's just meant for the summer, which is why I have as an honorable mention. This one you definitely can wear in the summer, but it's just a super good versatile fragrance. And same thing with the next one I have, which is Versace's Dylan Blue. Amazing in the summer, but it's super versatile as well. I was going to put these on there, but I decided to make them honorable mentions instead. But this is a really Ambroxan heavy fragrance. Super attractive, fresh out of the shower gel type smell. This stuff is amazing. But those are the 2 honorable mentions. Want to get them out of the way. Like I said, super good summer fragrances, but they're a lot more versatile than just the summer. The ones I have here are super good in the summer, not as good in other months. So to get into the number 10 spot, we have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue O Intense. With this fragrance, starts off super citrusy and it dries down to a slightly citrusy, musky, and woody dry down, as I said. Longevity is really what kills this fragrance. I get like 5 to 6 hours. It's not the most long-lasting fragrance. If you can, definitely get your hands on an older batch that has better longevity. This stuff smells super good. But the issue with this is the Light Blue O Intense and the EDT smells the exact same to me, which is why I opted for the EDT. It's cheaper, and you might have to spray more because the O Intense does have better longevity, but this stuff is still good. If you're fine with reapplying, definitely get it. I still think it's worth it in 2024. That's why it deserves the number 10 spot. With the number 9 spot, I have Hugo Boss Extreme. Now this opens up super fresh with green apple, and it really dries down to green apple and powdery base notes. It has really powdery base notes, and the green apple kind of carries through all the way. This stuff smells super nice, refreshing, powdery, like I said. And this stuff, it's pretty strong on my skin. I get about 8 hours of longevity. It is an Eau de Parfum, and I picked up this 2.5 ounce for, I think, like 26 bucks. So pretty good deal. I'd say if you find this at your rack stores, definitely pick it up. It's definitely worth every single penny. And number 9 spot, great fragrance, but there are better ones on my list. Like with number 8, we have Mont Blanc Legend Red. This stuff opens up super fruity and citrusy. If I'm not mistaken, it has some grapefruit in there, and it dries down. It has this really nice creamy tonka bean, and it has some woods. So if I had to describe this fragrance, I would say it's a woody, fruity, and tonka bean heavy cologne. You can find this super cheap at the discounters. I paid a little much for this. I paid 40 bucks for this 1.7 ounce. If you get it off a discounter, you can get a 3.4 ounce for around the same price, but this stuff is good. This is definitely, a full bottle worthy, even if you do have a bigger collection. And this stuff is good. I just do have better stuff, so that's why it deserves the number 8 spot. The next fragrance we have is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Together. This is the number 7 spot. This stuff is like the EDT of Invictus if it had more of a floral undertone. That's honestly what it smells like. It smells just like Invictus with a floral undertone. So if you really like Invictus fragrances, you don't want to get Hawas, you don't want to get Invictus, but you want to get something that kind of does the Invictus DNA a little differently. This is definitely what you should get. Opens up really citrusy and fruity. It has apple, pineapple leaf, a bunch of citruses. It has orange blossom, which is what gives it that floral undertone. If I'm not mistaken, it is orange blossom. As always, you guys can look up there. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this stuff, pretty good. I paid $20 for this, for a 3.4 ounce, and this stuff lasts like 6 to 7 hours on my skin. This stuff is fun, youthful, playful. This stuff is just an amazing fragrance to be wearing. And like I said, super cheap, but a great summertime fragrance. That's why it deserves the number 7 spot. And that's also a great starter fragrance, a great budget starter fragrance for the summer. That's what I would recommend you get first. So that was the number 7 spot. In our number 6 spot, we have the TikTok hype beast, Rasasi Hawas, another Invictus styled fragrance, more of a synthetic vibe to it. It's still fruity, still does smell like Invictus. As you guys can see, I have used a decent amount of this fragrance. This stuff is strong. At least with my batch, I get 10 to 11 hours of longevity. Some people report with their newer batches, they really don't get that much longevity. I got this around Christmas last year, or I got this for Christmas last year, I should say. So I got one of the good batches, and I did buy this off Amazon. I feel like a lot of the people who do have issues with longevity buy theirs off the TikTok shop. So if you do want to play it safe, just buy it off Amazon. It's going to be a little more expensive. I think if you just want to play it safe, do it like that. But yeah, like I said, smells just like Invictus. It does have some aquatic notes, but this stuff, fruity, citrusy, aquatic, really, really sweet. And like I said, if you just like Invictus, you want something really strong, definitely get this. Do not go too heavy on the sprays. I would say this is like a 3 spray max fragrance, especially when it's super, super hot, because this definitely can overpower compared to some other summer fragrances, but this stuff is still definitely super good. All right, that was number 6. Now with number 5, we have Prada's Luna Rosa EDT. This stuff, citrusy, powdery, almost reminds me of Armani Code in a weird way. Like if Armani Code had a fragrance that was meant for summer. That's what this stuff reminds me of. Longevity solid too. I get anywhere from like 6 to 8 hours. The first time I wore this, I didn't get the best longevity, but the last time I wore it, I could smell it all the way up until 7th period. So this stuff lasts a long time on my skin, and it just smells super, fresh. I do about 5 sprays with this. It's not the most strongest fragrance, sprays wise. You can get away with 5, 6, 7 sprays. I don't know about 7, but you can definitely get away with 5 to 6 sprays. Like I said, I spray 5 sprays, so it's really not a really strong fragrance. You definitely don't want to do 5 sprays of Hawas, that's for sure. But this stuff is good, and I got this for dirt cheap, $23.50 for this 3.4 ounce. Obviously, you're not going to be able to find it for that cheap, but if you can find this for pretty cheap on a discounter, definitely get it. It's still worth it in 2024. All right, now in the number 4 spot, we have Versace's Blue Jeans. Surprise, surprise. If you guys have been fans of my channel for a while, you guys know how much I love Blue Jeans. I'm always wearing this as my fragrance of the day. This stuff is good. It's an EDT. Came out in the 90s, but surprisingly longevity, I get about 6 to 7 hours. So pretty long-lasting fragrance. This stuff smells super good. Has a bunch of notes. I'm not going to list them. You guys can see them all up there. A bunch of notes. Some notable notes. I'm pretty sure it has a leather note. It has a bunch of powdery notes. It has rose in there too. So you kind of get a mix of everything. It's a soft spice. It's florally. It's sweet. It has some vanilla in there too. But this stuff is good. For 20 bucks, you really can't get any better than this. I think it's worth it. I think a lot of people who say Versace Blue Jeans isn't good more than likely haven't smelt the fragrance. This stuff smells good. I've done some blind testing at my school. People seem to love this fragrance, and it's just a good fragrance in general. So definitely get your nose on it before you make your own opinion before you've actually smelt it. Because this is one, when I bought it, thought I was going to hate it, absolutely love it, and enjoy it to this day. So that gets the number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot, we have AdG Profondo. I really have 3 super big summer fragrances at the 3-to-1 spot. Obviously, they're the best fragrances. But AdG Profondo, this is, if you like the original AdG, you want something aquatic heavy, you want something mineral heavy. This has 2 aquatic notes. It has sea notes and aqua zone. It has citrusiness. It has mineral notes in it too. So this stuff smells super good. It honestly reminds me of sitting by like a river or something. This stuff smells super good. Really great in 2024. You can try the new Profondo Parfum. I've not been able to actually try that fragrance yet, but AdG Profondo is amazing. Definitely get your nose on it and probably buy it. I would say it's super good. I paid 90 bucks for this. I found it at my Ross on discounters. The 4.2 ounce, which is the size I got, goes for like 93 bucks. It's really not that big of a difference. If you can find it at your rack stores, get it. You're more than likely not going to be able to find it at your rack store, so you might have to order it, but this stuff is super good. But like I said, not the strongest fragrance, 5 to 6 hours of longevity. Opening isn't the best, but you spray this about 15 minutes before you leave and you are perfect for the whole day until you have to reapply. Because like I said, it doesn't really last that long. All right, number 2, one of my new pickups. This was one I was super excited to get, and I absolutely love this stuff. And that is Dior Homme Cologne. Now, this stuff, super good, super citrusy, simple 3-note breakdown. If I'm not mistaken, it's bergamot, orange blossom, and musk. I could be mistaken though. It has been a minute since I looked at the note breakdown, but to me, this stuff smells like a nice, cool, refreshing glass of lemonade. It only is an eau de cologne concentration. Doesn't last that long. I'm talking 4 to 5 hours of longevity. Not the most long-lasting fragrance, but this stuff smells super good. It is a little more expensive. You can get a 4.2 ounce on discounters about 95 bucks. Retail about 130. I bought it retail only because if I bought $220 worth of stuff retail, I could get a new fragrance for free. So that's really why I bought this fragrance. But this is one I wanted for a while. I would say get it off a discounter though. And good, refreshing, great summer fragrance to be wearing in 2024. And number one, you guys might expect this. You guys can probably see there are, a bunch of fragrances missing from the back, obviously, because I had to grab them out. But you guys might notice there's one missing that isn't on this list, and that is Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. Another simple 3-note breakdown. Top notes of bergamot, middle notes of coconut, and base notes of tonka bean. This stuff is super sweet, tropical, playful. I get about 7 to 8 hours longevity. This stuff is strong on my skin. It's super strong. I go about 5 sprays, so obviously, I'm spraying a decent amount of this cologne, but it lasts a long time on my skin. Like I said, it has a really nice tropical vibe. That bottle just looks super good. I don't really like Le Beau Le Parfum. I prefer the EDT. Oh, excuse me. But this stuff is super good if you want, like I said, a tropical vibe. If you really like coconut, if coconut is your thing, you are going to absolutely love this stuff. It's super sweet. And this is definitely my top men's summer cologne in my collection of 2024. Super excited. I finally got my hands on this stuff. But yeah, number one spot goes to Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. So let me know, what is your guys' top 10 list, top 5 list, however many colognes you have that are summer fragrances. Let me know how your list looks compared to this. Again, as I said, sorry that this video took so long to come out. I hope you guys enjoyed my list. And like I said, let me know if you guys agree with my list or not. I'm definitely interested. Put your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.